Find out what happens next. See you guys later. Good morning, boys and girls. Now, before we get started, I need to ask you guys a really serious question. Do you want to build a snowman? Come on, let's go outside and play. Was that not right? Oh, that's the wrong kingdom, isn't that? It's Good News Kingdom. That's what we're talking about. I know how that one goes. It goes, one misty, moisty morning, when cloudy was the weather, I met a weathered old man who was clothed all in leather. Clothed all in leather with a cap beneath his chin, singing how do you do, and how do you do, and how do you do again. The wart and the prince were tied first, and the kingdom began to wonder if the mean queen and all her gang has finally begun to blunder. Maid Marian has fallen in love with Wart and hoped that he will win. Singing how do you do, and how do you do, and how do you do again. Do you guys remember what happened yesterday? Well, yesterday they did the sword fighting, and the Black Prince and Wart are tied. But the mean queen has a plan for today's tournament. She plans to ruin it. Now we gotta go see what happens next.
Oh, Bart, you have done so well in the tournament.
I told you, all I could do was try to do my best.
Yeah, if you do win, I know you will make a wonderful king someday.
Strange, but somehow I fear this might be my fate.
Yes, I can't ever remember being here, but somehow this castle and this kingdom just feels like home to me.
And the kindly king and queen almost feel like parents.
I know, right? The king sure does love my Kraft cheese and macaroni.
Perhaps our wandering days are over.
Wouldn't that just be awesome? I know the maid wedding and hope so too.
And so do I, if my heart tells me true.
Oh, here she comes now!
You are tied with the Black Prince.
'Tis true, my lady.
You must be cautious. The mean queen will get desperate.
I will be cautious. Never before have I wished to win something as much as I wish to win this tournament for you.
The royal score reveals that the Black Prince and young Wart are tied first, followed very closely by Sir Laugh-a-Lot and Chester the Jester. Tournament rules permit short pep rallies at this point in the contest.
Hooray for Wart! Hooray for Wart! Someone in the crowd yell hooray for Wart! 1, 2, 3, 4. Who you gonna yell for? Young Wart! That's who!
You will be the king. You will win the tournament, have Marian for your queen. We will win the kingdom even if we have to cheat. We will get the fair and all the ice cream we can eat. Go Poopsie!
The tournament has progressed quite rapidly. Boys and girls, remember to come back tomorrow for the fair.
Oh, don't bother, kids. We're going to win, and we're going to get all the stuff at the fair. Ha ha ha!
It is traditional in Good News Kingdom that the final contest of a tournament be a quest. Let's see. The quest, each man could be sent out to rescue something of value from danger, recovering lost treasure, rescuing a damsel in distress, even fighting a dragon. These maps will show how each contestant must take their route to get to where they need to go. Now, let the maps show where they need to go. The contestants will now come forward and receive them.
I must recover a treasure from a robber's lair.
That's a good catch.
I must rescue a village from an oppressive giant. No.
And I must slay a dragon and return with its head.
I have to rescue a damsel in distress!
Let us take a...
Quickly, switch the maps.
Let us go now and return tomorrow. Let's see how each contestant has fared.
Mother, how am I supposed to rescue a damsel in distress when I usually put damsels in distress?
We've thought of that. You won't have to go on your quest. When the king heard about a damsel in distress, it was a fake report. There is no real damsel. Frumpella will disguise herself and pretend to be a damsel that you rescued. Calm down, Poopsie, calm down. The other fools will come back empty-handed and fail, and the kingdom will be ours at last.
Well, tomorrow is the final day. Who's gonna win? Will it be the Black Prince, or will it be Wart? Gotta come back tomorrow to find out who wins. Bye. Good morning! How are you guys doing this morning? Alright, so last night I stayed up really late and I was practicing the poem and I think I have the right one. Good King Wenceslas looked down on the feast of Stephen. But I practiced it all last night. How could that be the wrong story? Oh, Good News Kingdom. Oh, that one's the Misty Moisty, right? The Misty Moisty morning? Oh, okay. One misty moisty morning, when cloudy was the weather, I met a weathered old man who was clothed all in leather. clothed all in leather with a cap beneath his chin, singing howdy do and howdy do and howdy do again. The men went bravely on their quest as the people stood to cheer, and Mean Queen and her helpers saw that final victory was near. Without directions, was there any way that wars would ever win? Singing howdy do and howdy do and howdy do again. Do you guys remember what happened yesterday? Yeah, the Mean Queen had the maps switched with some fake ones. So all the contestants, except for the Black Prince, are going on wild goose chases. Things are going to be sad for Good News Kingdom if Black Prince becomes king. But we got to see who becomes king. All right, let's see what happens next.
Finally, we get to reap the fruits of all our evil scheming.
Yes, I've waited 25 years for this day to arrive. 25 years ago, I arranged for Guinevere and Arthritis' royal twins to be stolen away when they were babes so that my Black Prince could become the king of Good News Kingdom.
What happened to your own Mean Kingdom?
Well, through mismanagement by the Mean King, the Mean Kingdom became a wasteland. A swamp. My husband was a fool.
He must have been if he married you.
What did you say?
I said, I pity you and your fate. I can't wait till the Black Prince and Frumpella come in and fool the king and queen. And then we get all the goodies at the fair and all that delicious ice cream. And for us and for my not-so-merry men.
Oh, yes, yes. Those fake maps will leave those fools to nothing but failure. Only my Black Prince will succeed. After he wins the tournament and marries Maid Marian, the next part of our plan is to make sure the remainder of Arthritis' reign is very brief, if you know what I mean.
I love it and I can't wait.
Hush now. The king approaches.
The men should be returning soon from their quests.
I don't know if you've noticed, but Maid Marian is quite taken with that young man, Wart.
I like the young man myself. He's done surprisingly well in the tournament. Although he's but a commoner, he seems to be a good candidate for king someday. I hope he's succeeded in his quest, both for the kingdom's sake and for Maid Marian's. Ah, look, some of the men returned from their quests.
I am sorry, sire, for I have failed on my quest. I was supposed to recover a treasure from a robber's lair, but the map of Google led me to Chick-fil-A, where I got a kid's meal instead, but no treasure. I'm sorry.
Are there chicken nuggets in there? Thank you, good jester. Thank you for trying.
Your Majesty, I too must humbly beg your pardon, for I do have failed in my quest. I was to save a village from an oppressive giant, but I found no village, and no oppressive giant.
What did you find?
Swarms of mosquitoes and acres of poison ivy.
Have courage, Marian, my dear. Wart might still have succeeded.
Look, sire, someone approaches.
Is it Wart? Oh, I hope it's Wart.
No, I'm afraid it's the Black Prince.
Your Majesty, my quest was to rescue a damsel in distress. And here she is! I alone have succeeded. I have won the tournament, and I get to be the next king. So you can tell Marian to get her wedding dress ready, because we're getting married tonight.
Ick, I'm gonna be sick.
Not so hasty, young man. Young Wart hasn't yet returned from his quest.
Yeah, well, he failed too. You'll see.
Chester, laugh a lot. Go out and see if you can find Wart.
He was to slay a dragon and return with its head. Oh, I hope he's not hurt.
Oh, here he comes now. But that's no dragon's head he has with him.
Your Majesty, my quest was to slay a dragon, but I got lost on the way and found this poor, sick, and starving man who was close to the point of death.
Oh, Wart, you have failed to bring back the head of the dragon. That means that the Black Prince wins, and I am doomed.
Fear not, fair lady. Look yonder.
How can it be?
He was supposed to be on a wild goose chase.
That led me to a desolate, swampy wasteland.
Sounds like home.
There I found this poor man, sick and held captive by a great dragon. After a fierce battle, I managed to slay him.
Oh, you poor, sick, handsome man. I will nurse you back to house with my craft cheese and macaroni.
Well, then the tournament ends in a tie, and I still get to be king.
Not so fast, young man. Tell me about this damsel you rescued. How was she in distress?
Well, she locked her keys in her car.
That is, an inconvenience, but not greatly distressful.
But I had to run in my new hose, you know. This damsel bears a remarkable similarity to the princess from Pella. Well, what does it look like from Pella? She's a trendsetter.
Wait a minute. Look here. It's from Pella. You were trying to cheat.
Shame on all of you! Your great deceit has been revealed at last. Young Wart, I declare you the winner of the tournament and heir to my throne. More like a nightmare. Tell me about yourself, my boy. Where do you come from?
I know not, sire. Me and my sister were raised by gypsies in a faraway land and traveled for many years looking for a place to call home.
Young man, please stand beside the king. This is amazing! He has the royal hairline!
He does that. And look at the mark on his hand. What is it? Could this be the royal birthmark? Could these be the long-lost twins?
How can it be? I had them sent far, far away.
It's Arthuritis Jr. returned after all these years. It is truly a great day indeed. I declare this a great rejoicing. But the begin. Hereby banished until such a time as you learn to deal fairly with others.
That is gonna be such a long time!
Okay. You haven't seen the last of us.
Come! Let us go now and enjoy the great fair!
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I've really enjoyed the skits this week. But if you guys want to watch more skits, do you guys know what you've got to do? You got to come back next year to VBS. See you then. Bye.